The exciting grand opening of the new Ladera Linda Community Park is about to begin. Get ready to watch the entire ceremony that brought our community and city leaders together for this historic day.
This is all about you, Rancho Palos Verdes. But before we start this program, I am thrilled to announce and to welcome, especially as an Eagle Scout, I say that very proudly, I want to welcome PAC, let me get the number right, 955 for the flag salute.
Audience, please rise. Color guard, forward march. Color guard, pull. Color guard, cross the colors. Please remove your hat and put your right hand over your heart. Please recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard, host the flag of the United States of America. Great state of California. Color guard, on your colors. Color guard, on 2. Color guard, dismiss.
Yeah, we need a round of applause here. This is our future. Thank you, PAC 955. You're always there for us, for the Pledge of Allegiance and so much more. So thank you. We really appreciate it. And it's such a great feeling to see the kids of our community, the children of our community, part of this event. And so thank you. I have to say, and in case you don't know who I am, I'm Ara Maranian, your Rancho Palos Verdes city manager, and I am just so overwhelmed. I really am overwhelmed at the moment with so many emotions as I drove up to this site and pulling into the parking lot and seeing all of you enjoying this park, this new park. And this is all about you, and it's for you, and you should be very proud of this new facility that represents the community of Rancho Palos Verdes and what it stands for. I really do believe that, and I think we all need to give ourselves a round of applause for making today happen for Rancho Palos Verdes. So for many of you, I'm welcoming you back to Ladera Linda. For some of you, it may be the first time you're here and experiencing this site. I have been coming to Ladera Linda for the 25 years that I worked for the city of Rancho Palos Verdes, and I remember the old buildings that were here, and for those of you that were here for the demo of the old building, you recall me saying that I remember coming to the classrooms here back in the days when we used to have our Forestall Steering Committee meetings. That's when we just had Forestall in our preserve, and we would have our committee meetings, and I would sit in these classrooms listening to the heater not working, smelling the fumes coming out of the heater, and just terrified of what was what could happen. And 2 years ago, we were all here to say goodbye to the old and to welcome the new. And it's hard to believe that it was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago next month that we were here, and that sledgehammer that Corey brought out, and we were knocking down buildings, and I think a lot of people, exerted their energy. But here we are, and what a beautiful afternoon. And I'm just I'm in awe as I stand here before you. You all, you're all are beautiful, and this is a beautiful setting, and it's a beautiful moment from Forrestal and the hills behind us to the ocean to Catalina Island. I mean, this couldn't be, it's surreal. It's like better than a backdrop. And the fact that now this is all open and this is a space that you all can enjoy is amazing. But I know 2 years ago, the city was in a very different place. And a lot has happened in the last 2 years. And I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the fact that the city and the community is going through some challenging times right now. It's a very difficult time for Rancho Palos Verdes. And we just thousands of feet away from here, the city is dealing with an unprecedented landslide that is creating havoc and a crisis for the city. But I think it's important to say that we, the city, stand with everybody in the community, and we're going to get through this crisis together. That's what a community and that's what a city is all about. But we also have to continue with city business and continue to operate a city and continue to serve 42,000 residents. Every corner of the city needs to be represented, and today is an indication of that. All of you here celebrating this milestone is a symbol of that. And parks are very important for a community. They are all about the quality of life of a community. And it makes me stop and think about the slogan, "Parks make life better." And I hear that. Oh my God, it's plastered everywhere in the Recreation and Parks Department at City Hall. It's hard not to forget that slogan. But the parks are what make creativity and imagination. They do, for all ages. And I know that because I remember as a kid, and I grew up in Santa Monica, and I remember going to Douglas Park and playing in that park on my own and imagining and dreaming and thinking of things and experiencing a different world in my own imagination. And that's what parks do for children. And as I think about that, it's really important as we celebrate this milestone. I want, as you walk around, and I tell you, when I pulled up and I saw all the children playing up at the playground and seeing all of you walking around, I was just so overwhelmed that the years that took to get us to this place was a dream, and it was a dream come true. And I want you to do me a favor as you walk around this afternoon. I want you to embrace and visualize in your mind the sounds of all ages, the gestures on faces, the happiness, the joy, the things that make life great. And remember, that is the dream that we are living in Rancho Palos Verdes. I'd like to take this moment, and it's with great honor that I get to introduce you to our mayor, John Cruikshank.
That was fantastic. That was really good. I can tell you right now, it's very easy to be on the city council when you have people like Ara Maranian working for you. He's an absolutely amazing, and it's not just because of the hard work he does, but what he just said. He is a part of our community. He knows all of you. And if he doesn't know all you, he's going to get to know you, trust me. So make sure you get to know him very quickly. He's amazing. So I have a long list of VIPs, and I know sometimes they ask you to do the single clap and that, but bear with me on this, and I'm not sure if some of these people are here because there's a lot of people in the audience. I don't know, has Councilmember Frank Zarunian joined us from Rolling Hills Estates? He was supposed to be here. I don't see him, so we're going to move on.
Alexis.
Oh, okay. Where's Alexa? Alexa from Rolling Hills Estates. You're the, what's the title? Deputy City Manager? Assistant City Manager. It's slightly different than our city, Alexa. We have Robert Godfrey, the VP of Operations from Griffin Structures. Wave your hand if you're here. He's in the back. Assistant Fire Chief from the LA County Fire Department, Brian Bennett. Kelly Boyle, Executive VP from Griffin Structures. Martin Gombert, Administrator from the Palos Verdes Peninsula Transit Authority. Is Martin here?
He had to leave.
Okay. John Fox, partner, Alshire Winder. Is John Fox here? All right.
Bill Winder's.
Oh yeah, Bill Winder, recently retired city attorney. Adrienne Mohan, Executive Director, Palos Verdes Peninsula Land Conservancy. I know she's here. Where are you, Adrienne? She's hiding. All right. Jennifer Addington, the District Director from Palos Verdes Library District. Jennifer, are you here? Okay, this is a tough crowd because it's a huge number of people and nobody's assigned seating, so bear with me. Chris Sarabia, Conservation Director, Palos Verdes Peninsula Land Conservancy. Dr. Zoe Uno, the Vice President of the Palos Verdes Library District. Is she here? I didn't see her. I know I'm here, so I don't have to say it myself. Our Mayor Pro Tem, Eric Alegria. Councilmember David Bradley. Councilmember Barbara Ferraro. Former Mayor 3 times, Susan Brooks. Former Mayor 2 times, Jerry DeHovic. Jerry has a fan club out here. I'm hoping our architects are here from Johnson Favreau. Are there people here from the architecture office? Oh yeah, Jim Favreau is here. Jim, amazing. Your partner's here too. Where is he? Oh, back over here. All right. You guys, terrific job. The design, nothing but compliments. Great work. Former Mayor and City Council Member Jim Knight. I know Jim's here. Of course, Jean, our caterer. She's amazing. Let's give it up for Jean. We also, if you're on any of our commissions, we have anyone here from the Emergency Planning Commission here today? Raise your hand. Oh yeah, okay, right here. Any of our planning commissioners? Okay, I see Steve. I know Dave's here too. Yeah, Dave's right here. Traffic Safety Committee, John Ty's here for sure, right over here. Civic Center Advisory Committee, we got Greg O'Brien. Oh, yes, awesome. The people from the IMAC, anyone? That's our infrastructure. We got John Spielman back there. Gail Lorenzen, Neighborhood Watch. Is Gail here? Don't see her. Kathy Edgerton from CHOA. I didn't see her yet either. And also Edward Fees from Senator Ben Allen's office. He's in the back. All right, Ara, did I miss anyone there? Ara, did I miss anyone?
No.
Okay, if I missed you, throw something at me. So, I'm so thrilled to be here today. As we celebrate this significant milestone, it's important to acknowledge that a serious community concerns, such as the recent storms and the landslides, as Ara had mentioned, we need to acknowledge that. you've probably seen me several times on the news, and the reason I was out there is because I need to be there representing the community. We need to get the help from the governor, and I believe we've got their attention. I haven't talked to our city manager, but I know he is on the phone all day with our governor's office. So the hope is that we get some serious help out there very soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anyone, and I know there's a number of people that live in the Abalone Cove area, the Klondike Canyon, Seaview, Portuguese Bend Club, and of course, all the people in the Portuguese Bend Landslide Complex. I was out there last week, actually. I met with about 50 residents, and I just appreciated the honesty of their concerns, and I heard all of them, and so you're definitely in our minds and our hearts right now. William Penn once said, the best recreation is to do good. And just looking around this beautiful park, I think we've done that. This day has certainly been a long time coming. I think we were planning on doing this much earlier, but you know, there's been a lot of weather and delays, but we're here finally, celebrating. You probably remember the original temporary buildings that housed our school. That was 1966 when that was built. That was actually the year I was born, so I like that year. And exactly 42 years and 1 month ago, the old Ladera Linda Park opened in 1982. Those buildings in the park outlived its useful life for some time. Planning for today began in 2014, so it's been 10 years planning for this community park, with a parks master plan update, well before I was even on the city council. That update called for a separate master plan to make the Ladera Linda Center. In-depth public outreach was conducted mostly by our Recreation and Parks Department, and dozens of workshop HOA meetings. There's 3 HOAs that are abutting the park here. Planning Commission, of course, City Council meetings that helped shape the final design. In fact, the first design I saw before I was even on the council was an L-shaped building, and I think it had a moat around it. So I don't know how popular a moat would be right now, but. So some of the council and staff, they began sledgehammering to kick off a 2-year demolition and construction process in March of 2022. And this finished product, and I walked around today just like our city manager did, it's amazing. Our construction company and our architect and their whole team did a great job. But every inch of this building, I remember we've talked about everything, security cameras and the security gates, and I even remember Councilmember Ferraro, she was very concerned that the restrooms had to have a certain safety to it, and I didn't go in the women's restroom, but I did see that even those sort of details were put into the final design, and all of my colleagues here that you remember all the details we went into. This facility features not just this multi-use building here, but it has rooms suited for classes, rentals, nature exploration meetings, and much more. In fact, I was looking at the rental rates, and I think it's very reasonable for residents, like $60 an hour. Is that right? Something like that. So if you're a resident, you can rent that big room there for $60 an hour. That's pretty reasonable. So of course, there's beautiful landscaping. If you haven't been down and around the trails, even the things that we planned where you have this buffer from the community, because the people that were down in the Seaview were concerned about noise. And so we actually created a buffer between the outer fence and the drainage facilities here, so people that are hiking aren't necessarily disturbing our neighbors below. So there's a lot of attention put into all these facilities. We have the basketball court. Of course, we have the paddle tennis, and I'm looking over there right now, and there's still 2 full courts of people. They love paddle tennis here. We have the naturalistic playgrounds that are up top. We have the docent displays where you're going to see those in the back area there, and of course the walking paths in these lawn areas. There's so many people and groups to thank. To my fellow council members for their hard, unwavering support of this project. Well done. To previous council members, including Ken Dida, Susan Brooks, and Jerry DeHovic. Kudos to all the residents who participated and offered their input through the entire process. And a special thanks to the Ladera Linda, Mediterranean, Seaview, and the Palos Verdes Seacliff Hills Homeowners Associations, who all played such a vital role in this whole process. Of course, we want to thank our city staff for every department for their dedication and professionalism, and our project manager, Griffin Structures, Sunbeam Technologies, the construction firm AMG, and their subcontractors, and of course the architecture firm Johnson Favreau. Thank you all. This park is a vision and a legacy for all of us to appreciate for decades. Finally, it's a special day, but it's only a start. This park was built for our residents and visitors. And I'd like to recognize, finally, our Recreation and Parks and Staff Department, who will be running the park starting tomorrow, next month, and years to come. Let's give a hand to our Parks and Recs Department. So I want to thank you all for coming, and of course, I'm just one member of a city council, so I want to invite my colleagues up. I'd like to ask my friend, Mayor Pro Tem Eric Alegria. Eric, come on up.
If we could just get another round of applause for our mayor. Thank you all for coming out tonight. It's a special evening. As they say, after the storm comes the sun, and we recognize in light of the crisis around us that today is just one sunny day, hopefully for many, many more to come in front of us. So I want to give one more thanks, though, to those that were just acknowledged by the mayor. So anyone involved, city staff, those who contributed to the project professionally, if you could just stand up if you're seated and be recognized one more time. Or that means you. And also our city council as well. It's wonderful to see former Mayor DeHovic, former Mayor Brooks, and former Mayor Dyda, I think, is with us. And of course, former Mayor Jim Knight. A project like this has a long, it takes a long time and a lot of contributors. So it really requires a lot of contributions from many folks. So I want to acknowledge my colleagues on the council as well. So one last time, a round of applause for them. And finally, I guess this message is for those of you who are residents in this community. This is for you. It's really the place and the people that make the place. And I hope that you get wonderful use out of this facility for many, many years to come. I'm looking at my own children in the front here and recognizing that they, as future RPV residents, and perhaps their children one day, will get to play on these grounds, laugh, and have joy with one another, and come together. And that's what this is all about. I asked my son earlier, Christian, who's in front, he had a chance to go test out the playground, and he said it gets a solid 9 out of 10. And he's a pretty hard grader, so I think that's a quality score for our city staff for our playground. Well, we love all of you. We're thinking of all of you during this time, and we appreciate you coming out this evening. And let's have a good time together and celebrate this wonderful and momentous moment in our city's history tonight. Thank you very much. And next, I'd like to invite my friend and colleague, City Council Member Dave Bradley. Thank you.
Thank you all. Just a couple words. For a parent that has sent both of his sons to Ladera Linda for Montessori and preschool, what the facility looked like 10 years ago, or actually 15 years ago now, you cannot imagine the improvement that we have here. It's really a testament to the community, being able to have a community center, a community facility like this on the east side of the hill. Of course, our city is geographically a little bit diverse on how the boundaries are, but it's amazing that we have something like this here today. Want to mention that when I was leaving my house over on the east side, over by Maryland Intermediate, it was all cloudy. And the exact opposite of what usually happens is as I hit Marymount, the clouds parted, it was sunny, so it's just a tribute to our ability to do the ribbon cutting today that the sun's shining here. It is one of those few things recently where this is a ray of good news. Unfortunately, over the last several months, we've had just a string of bad news. It's just exciting to be out here with a celebratory event as opposed to a news conference such as Mayor Cruikshank and I were at, where we were announcing the closure of Wayfarers Chapel, which was a very, very sad day. But a day like this to show that the community is so resilient and that we are building and we do have these facilities. It's just really great to be here. Thank you all for coming out. And with that, Councilman Ferraro.
This council has been wonderful as I'm recovering from the stroke I had. And originally this was supposed to have been finished a few months ago when I was still mayor. But I am so amazed. I hope you all are too. I mean, I saw the plans, you all saw the plans. We knew, quote, what it was going to look like. I had no idea it was going to be so beautiful. And I'm just so glad that every one of you could come out today and be a part of this dedication and celebration, because this is a lot of years in the making. Believe it or not, I was on the council 20 years ago and we were talking about Ladera Linda then. And now we have this beautiful, beautiful place to come and bring the kids and the grandkids. So thank you all for coming today and being a part of this. And is someone, you're coming up next? Thank you again.
This is truly a special day, and I think we need to give Councilmember Ferraro a loud round of applause for being here after the journey she's been through. So for closing remarks, you get to hear me at the end too now, but as the council has indicated, the mayor, the park is going to be open to the public beginning tomorrow. And there are going to be faces that you need to get to know who are going to be running the park here. So I don't know where the staff is at. They're all over the place. If you're around and I see Zoom here, you need to come out to the center here. I know you're waiting to come out here. Please, I'm going to just read off some names. You need to familiarize with them because they're the ones you're going to turn to whenever there's something you want to talk about. You want to talk about the good, the bad, anything in between. They're the ones to talk to. We got Kadrick Burns. Where's Kadrick? I know he's here. Luis Valencia. Guy Perry, I see you waving, there you go. Scott Cregan, Deborah Hamster, Evelyn Ola, Antonio. All right, there you are, Antonio. And one of my favorite programs in the city is the REACH program. And if you haven't experienced the REACH program, they meet on Wednesdays at Hess Park and work with children and young adults that have disabilities, cognitive disabilities, and I see they're here today, and I know, Angela, you do an amazing job running that program. Thank you. They're going to be here at Ladera Linda, and I know we got Sandy. I called you Zoom because I know your nickname here, and Lisa Sun and Alex Walsh. Those are the staff that are going to be operating the facility here. So last but not least, the journey that got us here today involved a few key staff members that I am so honored to be working with, that are just a remarkable group of people, both professionally and personally, and I want to call them up here on the stage because they deserve such a round of applause. And you could hold your applause until they're up here, but I want to start off with Derek. Come on up. You're going to come up here. Lucas, David Razor, I don't think he's here, our building official, he's just an amazing guy who's been out. No, David, up here, Derek. The stairs are here. You're going to be part of the backdrop here. We've got Matt Waters. Come on up, Matt. We got Vina Ramos, our finance director. Come on up. Brandy Forbes, our community development director. Dan Trotner, I know, Dan, come on up. Corey, Linder, come on up. Lincoln's not here. Lincoln, who separated from the city not so long ago, but he was instrumental. We got David Kopp. I know you're here. I met your son. Come on up. And Ramsey Awad. And bring your son with you. Bring Noah. I really don't know what to say. I really don't know. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And thank you is an understatement. It's been a journey. These individuals are so committed and dedicated to the community. The hours they put into making dreams come true is a dream. And behind the scenes, we would meet every Thursday, what we call Core 4, and we would spend almost 2 hours every morning talking about the core projects in the city. And we would spend so much time talking about Ladera, Linda, and how to make this a dream come true for all of you. I'm so forever grateful for everything that you do. And you are all just an amazing group of people, and all the support you provide one another and work together, that collective process and the communication. There's no drama, nothing. You guys are just an amazing crew, and the City of Rancho Palos Verdes and I am so grateful for everything you do. Thank you. May I please have a big round of applause for the team. Please stand, and they deserve a standing ovation. They made this. People were saying congratulations to me. No, congratulations to them, and congratulations to all of you. Thank you. Okay, we're almost at the end. This is the fun part. We're going to cut the ribbon here, and the whole building is going to open up for you to walk around and enjoy. So let's no, am I okay? Okay. So let's walk around the building while you, okay, wait, don't go just yet. There's a process here. As you walk around the wall, grab a glass of champagne, because we are going to make a toast as we christen this building.
Okay, we're here as to the city of Rancho Palos Verdes and all the people that are going to be enjoying this amazing Ladera Linda Community Center. Thank you all for being here, and please, after we cut this ribbon, enjoy the place. Thank you. Nice.
Thanks for joining us for the grand opening of the Ladera Linda Community Park. I'm Cian Rivera, and remember, parks make life better.